Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy, your celebrity medical doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows. Thank you for tuning in on another episode, fantastic episode we have today featuring Shasta Broadus. Okay, now listen, here at Dr. Nancy Knows television talk show can be seen right here on StarWorldwideNetworks.com, DrNancyKnows.com, Facebook Live, YouTube, all of your social media platforms that you've come to know and love. But guess what? As well, we have broadened our audio reach to podcast. There are several platforms that Dr. Nancy Knows can be listened to as well. So if you don't have the time to watch us, you can listen to us on multiple platforms. For example, we have Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor, you name it, we are there for you. Listen, Dr. Nancy Knows is bridging the gap of disparity and uniting the nation. We are bringing awareness and inspiration and hope to everyone that is listening. Our guest today is Shasta Broadus, and I'm so happy to have her on the show. She is a connector, she's a leader, she's a visionary. She is the CEO and founder of Capital Stewardship. Shasta, it's so wonderful to have you on the show today.
It's so wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. We have recently met, not too long ago, but you know, as we often say here on Dr. Nancy Knows, you don't have to know a person a lifetime to know that you want to continue relationships and partnering with them. And I know that that's a big impetus on what you're doing in your organization.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
You're bringing organizations together, partnering, and finding ways to connect business and make it easier for organizations.
Yes.
Tell us what you do.
Yes, so I'm actually a consultant, a personal professional business development consultant in my organization, and I work with CEO and founders to help them network with their business development strategies, and also some consulting depending on what it is that they're looking to do within their business. And essentially just really being a sounding board and that second brain, because we all know as CEOs all the things that we have to do and all the priorities that we have. And so having help a lot of the times is what we're missing.
It's totally necessary.
Yes.
You know, Shasta and I are partnering together, and she has been magnificent. When I tell you she's a master at partnering and collaborating with other organizations and bringing businesses and services to you, let me tell you, she's truly there. She's there for you and to think of some of the things that you just don't have time to think of, and it's phenomenal.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I would love to have you continue to perhaps even spend more time with Dr. Nancy Knows and some recurring episodes as well. But I'd like to get to know you a little bit more so that the audience can know what you do and how to reach out to you and what other types of services that you provide.
Well, the basis of my organization is essentially to be an organization that provides personal and professional development, but we build networks. You know, we're here to help business owners find their people, right? We have a flock. We have our people that were our followers. That's the age that we're in, right? Social media, everybody's following everybody, but helping you find the right followers and the right people who are going to reciprocate and collaborate with you. So that's really what I'm all about, helping you to find the people that want you and need you so that you can build that know, like, and trust and be a reputable brand in the community.
Well, that's absolutely right, and you do so much more than that. You're being modest. You've got you build profiles for professionals. Tell us a little bit about that.
So essentially what I do is when I come on board and I'm working with the CEO and founders, I like to talk with all key stakeholders of the organization and help them understand, like, you are building an organization, or are you, right? Because a lot of people don't realize that they take on a business and they don't know that it's a business, right? They own a job. And so essentially helping them to understand, do I want a business, right? Do I want to employ people? Do I want to be a partner? Maybe I'll work better in a team. I'm doing this independently because I want my freedom, right? But maybe if I partner, I'll be a little bit more efficient, right? So helping them kind of understand the vision behind their own business, because we want to make money a lot of the times, right? We're in business to make money, and sometimes we lose sight that we're actually here to, help uplift people, help empower people, and help inspire people.
Well, you make some really great points, because Shasta's business, Capital Stewardship, is not only just for young entrepreneurs that are looking to establish relationships and partnering with individuals within their community, but also for even seasoned entrepreneurs and businesses as well.
Yes,
you make a really great point, because having a business plan is so important. Shasta takes the time to really get to know what your vision and mission is of the organization.
Correct.
And so it's customized to your organization.
Correct.
So there's a lot of individual or companies out there. You talk to them and you think they have your vision and mission, and they start marketing and doing some things for you, and it doesn't always align. Exactly. But with you,
yes,
it certainly does. And you actually have a whole team of people that help you establish organizations that you partner with.
Correct. So a lot of the packages that I started, I have 4 products that I've created in my organization. So Connect the Dots is my networking platform. This is where I help business owners learn how to get out there, pitch their business, be comfortable, right? Because a lot of people are introverts and they're not comfortable networking, but helping them get on that platform where they have other professionals and they can feel confident, to get out there and try, or pitch themselves, essentially. So it's a training ground, but it's also a ground where we're working and we're looking to build relationships and do business. So Connect the Dots is one of my products. I also have my business profiles, like you mentioned. It's a good way to introduce people to each other. That's how we met, right? I sent you my business profile. You liked it. It's visually appealing. It's like a resume, but in addition to it not being a resume, it just highlights more of who you are and what you're about and how you are able to do what you say you're going to do, right, as a CEO and founder. And a lot of times that's hard to articulate, when you're communicating your message. So I also have that, and then also my business development package and Mind Your Business. So Mind Your Business, which is also a part of my marketing for a podcast here on Star Worldwide Network, is essentially here to help other business owners and families learn what it means to mind our business. We always hear people say, mind your business, and they're normally talking about gossiping, right? And so this is a spin on that to help people realize, no, we really do need to mind our business, and let me help you figure out what your business is. So
that's absolutely right. And, there's a lot of people, they get into a business and they're not really that experienced on how to grow it and market it. And you do exactly what you said. And I've met with a number of your business constituents, organization leaders that have taken on your services and said so many great things about you. Relating to, wow, Shasta said that I needed to do more networking, or I needed to do more videographer, or post more, and it's really actually working very well. As a business owner, we don't think of a lot of those things sometimes, and stepping outside your comfort zone is one of those major things here at Dr. Nancy knows all too well about. Stepping outside your comfort zone really pushes you to a level of, knowing that you can actually do whatever it is that you set your mind to, even though sometimes you don't even know it. Right.
And that's what entrepreneurship is about, right? Being outside of your comfort zone and learning these skills that you didn't know you had. So just a little bit, I'm gonna back up a little bit. So I come from the financial services industry. That's where I grew up in corporate America. And so I was selling their financial instruments, retirement plans, IRAs, life insurance. And that's a product and service that people actually need. But as I got out there and I started to talk and meet with people, I found out that I had so many other skill sets that I didn't even know, right? And as we were talking too, right, when you're on your entrepreneur journey, you start to see like, oh, well, I didn't know I was really good at this, or this is really a skill set that can be utilized and that people need. And I will never forget when I was in first grade, I'm gonna take it all the way back to first grade. My first grade teacher called me a chatterbox. And that's one of the best things about my business is I like to talk to people and communicate with them, about how they need help. And so me being a chatterbox has paid off.
Awesome. Now listen, obviously you've had some mentors and individuals that have you've looked up to and has poured into you to make you this beautiful being that you are, and a thriving organization. Tell us.
So I definitely have mentors. One of my more recent mentors, Larry Law, he actually approached me off of LinkedIn. I advise everybody that's a professional to be on LinkedIn if you're looking to really do business and connect. And he reached out to me and went through my profile, and he saw you know, something there, and he just was like, I want to be able to help you, you know. And so he told me what his prices were, and I was like, I want you to be able to help me too, but I really can't afford your prices. And so he was just like, well, you know, I see value in you, and I think that our organizations align with the mission and the vision, and basically about sweat equity, right? And he was just like, I want to be able to help you because I know helping you is going to help me, and it's going to help my business go further as well. So we've been working for about I'm almost 2 quarters now.
That's awesome.
It's been 2 quarters.
So you know, you just mentioned or given an example of strategic partnering, and you know, it's not always about the money at the end of the day.
That's right.
It's about the value that you see in one another, and it just has to make sense. And aligning yourself with someone that both of you can grow and benefit is so essential.
Yes, it is. And a lot of times, when people, there's not a lot of visionaries out there. I didn't realize that, you know, being a visionary is like a small percentage of people. And so when I'm talking to you and I find out who you are and what you're about and what you need, my mind automatically starts to go into, who do I need to connect Dr. Nancy with? Who needs Dr. Nancy, and you know, who can help you in your capacity? So being able to just think through that and be able to communicate those messages and help people manage their relationship, which is what I was in financial services, a client relationship manager. And that's what people need help with.
Well, you know, you have to be a people person at the end of the day and really love what you do and have passion about it, because otherwise people can see right through you. And genuine, taking time to be present in someone's life, be proactive, and you know, be consistent. Exactly.
Consistency is key for sure.
It definitely is. Now, I know that you've got ebooks out there. One particularly is like 7 steps to avoid relationships to success and better networking.
Yes. So 7 steps to avoid relation trips on your way to success, because as we're building relationships, we're going to have some trip ups.
Wow, that's good.
And so basically helping people understand that, you know, everybody's coming from different backgrounds. You know, my degree is in psychology. I have some coursework in organizational leadership, and helping people to understand that just because you have a disagreement, just because you have a miscommunication, doesn't mean that the relationship has to fall apart. We don't have to fall out because we disagree or we bump heads. You know, we just have to figure out how to communicate the message, right? The message is not getting through. So that's what that book is essentially about, and helping people kind of go through the steps to work on themselves in order to work on their relationships. Yes.
Well, that's really important. You know, Shasta, you have a degree in psychology as well, and you know, again, communicating is not everybody's forte. And you know, you have to do it well in order to really be successful in collaborating and building relationships and partnering with people.
You do.
Definitely.
You do.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Now, I know that relationships that are reciprocal and collaborative is what your strong suits are as well. Now, tell the viewers your website, how to get in touch with you.
Yes, definitely. You can find us at www.capitalstewardship.org. You can also find us on Facebook. Our motto is called Follow Your Dollars, which is what reciprocating and collaborating is about. As small business owners, we're very tight with our money, you know, because we are making it as we're, you know, as we're working. It's not the same as having a W-2, you know, income. And so being able to realize that the money that I'm spending with your business is going to be able to come back in some capacity, whether we're going to do business directly or indirectly, and helping other business owners, you know, have that type of motto and culture as well. That's how we build network, and that's how we really reciprocate and collaborate with each other to support.
Well, that's amazing. Now, listen, there's one thing that I do want to say. Again, when we are aligning ourselves with individuals that it's a win-win situation and everybody wins in that opportunity, is that it's not always about the money. And let's just take, for instance, on social media. If there is a colleague of yours that posted something, sharing it to all of your groups can be very beneficial, and it costs nothing to do. And guess what? When you share it, people see you more as well. So it's a win-win situation.
Yes, and helping people to understand how to utilize social media. A lot of people don't really understand that social media is a I don't want to say a farming ground, but it is. You know, there's so many ways to connect and meet so many new people and kind of farm and prune, right, your network and your followers, and do that organically, you know, and authentically. And I think on Facebook and Instagram and a lot of other places, you know, people want to be themselves, right? And they also want to do business, and there's a fine line on how you show up and be yourself and, you know, wanting people to do business with you.
Well, I can speak to that last point. And, you know, before I went into television, radio, and my own business with entrepreneurship, I was a behind the scene kind of gal, not ever wanting to be in front of anyone, actually, unless I have to. I'm trained to be and do, but only as I need to. But you're right. So when you are a business, you are a brand, and you have to act like that.
Correct. You do. And people want to see you as yourself, and they want to know that you are who you say you are. You know, there really isn't, in my eyes, a difference between my personal life and my business life. It's not different. You know, obviously, I'm at my core who I am, right? So I'm going to show up in my personal life the same way as I show up in my business, and trying to help people understand that you do want to find that within yourself, you know? So
again, it's about genuineness, sincerity, and being true to your word at the end of the day as well. And with that, you know, you are one and the same.
Yes,
the business owner, true, authentic self. I love that. Shasta Broadus, it's been wonderful having you on the show.
Yes, and I'm glad to be able to do it. I think I'm a little nervous today, but I'll be better next time.
You did great. So listen, we're going to have you back on the show. And thanks again. Everyone, this concludes our episode with Shasta Broadus. Remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, but it's who she knows. We'll see you next time.